Secretariat of the United Nations started by developing the analysis and conditions within which the organization could bring the said force to deploy. The event of these last days, marked by the destabilization of the armed terrorists and the joint action of the standby force, shows the will of Mali's neighboring countries and the sub-region to contain, reduce and neutralize the menace of terrorist groups. In this regard, I commend the adoption of the sub-regional strategy for the fight against terrorism by the Security and Mediation Council of 25th February that offers political solution to ECOWAS member states to this important and sensitive issue.
President of the ECOWAS Commission, Ambassador Grts Ouedraogo, stressed how critical peace, security and stability are to the development of the region.
C'est cet esprit de solidarité qui doit aussi guider notre démarche pour le retour total de l'ordre.
It is in the spirit of solidarity that should also guide our actions and move to the complete and total return of a constitutional order in Guinea-Bissau. It is evident with the expiration of the transition period as it was fixed for Mali and Guinea-Bissau. The pending elections in the course of the year are therefore important for the definitive concretization of our return to constitutional order. In the same vein, we will not lose sight of the majority interest represented in the electoral processes in Togo and in Guinea, but not only for the consolidation of internal democratic governance of the countries, but also for the stability of our region. I would like to formulate the thought that all the elections that will take place in the course of the year, notably in Mali and Guinea-Bissau, in Guinea and in Togo, should be done in a peaceful atmosphere. I would like to call on all the respective bodies, even those stipulated in the ECOWAS protocol and on democracy and good governance, that it's in this respect that we guarantee free elections and credible elections full of hope and stability.
Behind closed doors, the leaders over 2 days considered the 2012 annual report of the ECOWAS Commission President, which comprehensively accounted for what ECOWAS has done in all sectors. The report, under the theme Political Stability and Regional Integration, gave the heads of state a vivid picture of the state of the West African region politically, economically and socially, as well as the status of community programs and projects. The heads of state also deliberated on reports of the Mediation and Security Council on Mali and Guinea and got further briefings on the situation from the mediators as well as the ECOWAS Commission President. Outside these, the heads of state considered the report of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers, which directly oversees the activities of the Commission. The long agenda of the summit also included critical issues such as the expansion of the Commission and the presentations on support for energy programs in Niger Republic, the Gambia, Mali and Sierra Leone. On the sidelines of the summit, the heads of state took another issue that has been of primary concern to them, the campaign to eliminate malaria, which has been the greatest health obstacle to the development of West Africa. Another phase in the campaign was launched with the unveiling of the plaque for the construction of a factory to produce larvicides in Côte d'Ivoire. President Ouattara was joined by the ambassadors of Cuba and Venezuela, who are partnering with ECOWAS on the project. ECOWAS Commission President Grts Ouedraogo said under the agreement, 3 factories are to be sited in Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana and Nigeria to produce biolarvicides for the region to strengthen the vector control component of the multisectoral malaria elimination strategy.
Le sommet réaffirme sa détermination à faire de l'élimination du paludisme.
The summit reaffirmed its determination to eliminate malaria, an important feat in the quest to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. In this regard, the conference underlined the importance of a multi-sectorial strategy notably articulated around the vector control fight against malaria and sensitization. The summit employed the Commission to pursue efforts in this domain and invites member states to reinforce efforts in this area in the national programs.
The 42nd Ordinary Summit was quite intensive, and this reflected in the far-reaching decisions taken by the leaders as contained in the 57-point communique they produced and signed at the end. ECOWAS Commission President Kadri Desiree Ouedraogo presented the communique, which highlighted the leaders' concern with the political, economic and social development of the region. They considered the economic performance of the region in 2012 encouraging and reiterated their firm commitment to its development through the acceleration of the integration process, including the implementation of sectoral programs. To consolidate on this and reduce poverty, they approved measures to deepen structural reforms, diversify the productive base of the economy, and improve social services. The heads of state and government welcomed the progress made in the finalization of the Common External Tariff and directed the President of the ECOWAS Commission to continue working in collaboration with the UEMOA Commission on the creation of the Customs Union. They stressed the need for the effective implementation of the ECOWAS Protocol on Free Movement of Persons and Goods and therefore called for greater ownership of the protocol by member states. The leaders reaffirmed their commitment to the conclusion of a fair and development-oriented Regional Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA, with the European Union. They welcomed the initiative of the West African region in fine-tuning the market access offer and directed the President of the Commission to finalize the proposals along the lines of the development objectives of the region. The summit welcomed ongoing efforts to formulate and implement infrastructure programs, especially energy and rail projects, and endorsed the Priority Action Plan for West Africa. The President of the Commission was instructed to pursue efforts at extending and improving on the efficiency of interconnectivity projects in all the countries of the region, including the West African gas pipeline. The leaders reaffirmed their determination to combat food insecurity in West Africa and requested the Commission to expedite action on the implementation of the Rice Offensive and regional programs to develop small-scale livestock farming. The summit directed that all necessary measures be taken to ensure the effective takeoff of the regional food reserve and address the environmental challenges more effectively. The heads of state acknowledged that democracy is being entrenched in the region with successful presidential and legislative elections in Senegal, Sierra Leone and Ghana, as well as Burkina Faso, which conducted legislative and municipal elections in 2012. On the issue of Mali, they urged the Allied forces to take all necessary steps within the framework of counterinsurgency operations to neutralize the suicide bombings and guerrilla attacks by extremist groups. The summit again thanked France for intervening in Mali and expressed appreciation to other countries that have shown solidarity with the people of Mali. The leaders endorsed the identified needs of AFISMA as well as proposals for its transformation into a UN peacekeeping operation. They directed the ECOWAS Commission to work with the AU Commission in respect of the formal request to the United Nations by Mali and ensure that AFISMA needs armament immediately. The Allied forces were urged to uphold human rights and international humanitarian laws in their operations. The summit welcomed the adoption of the transitional roadmap by the Malian National Assembly and urged the transitional authorities to create the enabling conditions for convening a forum to dialogue on issues of governance among the people of the northern regions. They took note of the decision to hold presidential and legislative elections by July 31st in Mali. On Guinea-Bissau, The heads of state welcomed the signing of the transitional pact by the major political parties in that country and encouraged interim President Manuel Serifo Namaju to propose a revised transitional roadmap to the People's National Assembly for free, fair and transparent general elections before the end of